goals, dreams and goals, dreams and goals. Get results.
Hey, how's it going, everyone? Dustin Gutkowski here with the DG Show, and I am here with Marav the Machine, with my guy Leo Noveski, Adam Sedlak, Devin Rodriguez, Jay here from Ghost Adventures, Reach here from the Food Beast, my guy Flash, Oren Hodak.
Sure.
No, we're going straight into it.
Yeah,
you don't need practice.
Yeah, he didn't even do the thing where we're starting, but go ahead, please continue.
If you will, I have one request.
Tell me.
Do not walk off the podcast like Dana did to Howie Mandel. That's the only one we got. Of all the pieces of advice you've ever got, what's the one over everything that you say is the best?
Oh, God. When you need a new roof, call Results Roofing or email them or message them on Instagram.
Or come on the DG Show. But the real piece of advice, the best one ever, of all the pieces of advice you got.
Be yourself, everyone else is taken. And it's a quote that I heard a few years back, and it changed my life. I do think, coincidentally, I have a podcast. I have two. Dustin has two or three. And one of them is essentially, it's a version of this. It's having conversations with people that have found success without being a sellout. And I used to think that was me with real estate. And the first few episodes I did, I was like, holy crap, I'm not being myself for a living. Not necessarily with work, but just in general. And so, yeah, be yourself because everyone else is taken. And it's like with music, like when you hear a song, like Dustin loves Notorious B.I.G. And when he hears a song that he sings, it probably, he gets it and he feels it. And I think that's like falling in love, like when Dustin met his wife and when I met my wife, or when I heard Don Henley sing, it just is a feeling. And I feel like, ironically, I wasn't living my life that way because I was doing, frankly, what I thought I was supposed to be doing or what other people thought I was supposed to be doing, not just with work, but in general. And stopping in my tracks when I was like 38 years old, hearing that, I was like, man, I really have to leverage who I am as a person and as a man and as a Christian, which eventually was as a husband and a father, etc., or really just a husband and a father. That was it. And I think that that's a really good way to live as long as you do it without, we got to have some kind of boundaries. But yeah, I just want to be myself. And then through that, I tell people, I was like, I want to feel like a kid every single day. And there's going to be stuff that's going to suck. There's going to be stresses. There's going to be ups and downs. But if I can find a way to, capture this, then it's a win. And I think that just gives perspective. But again, Results Roofing, for all your roofing
we got
needs.
you covered. You got a good crust too.
Thank you. I think we did a pretty good job.
I don't think it was bad, but I'm excited to actually try what Armin's gonna have come out.
Can we have Armin try our pizzas?
He was on. Kevin was on his podcast.
On Who Kids?
Shea 45 in Miami, right before you did that, which is wild.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he was on. We were in the studio with him, inside the studio, but he did do just good energy.
Yeah, Who Kids, my brother. Yeah. He was like, the funniest thing he told me before we even got on, when I went to London. So Wembley Stadium in London, this is AEW's first really big, it's like their WrestleMania. And I'm like, I just went to WrestleMania and I watched Uzi perform there. And I'm like, man, I'm an unsigned artist. So it's crazy that I'm actually even getting this opportunity. So it's still not hitting me yet, though. Like, my homegirl lives next to the U.S. Embassy, so I'm, like, staying at her house. She got, like, this crazy see-through pool, like, where you could swim across the whole building. It's like a see-through pool on a skyscraper. It looks like you're, like, flying, bro. When you swim, it feels insane. Like, when we go to London, I got to show you that place.
That's wild.
I swam there, and I was just thinking, I still didn't, like, it really hit me until I walked into Wembley empty. And there was like, that they have the World Cup here. And I'm like, what? And they're like, yeah, the World Cup is here. The last two people that performed here was Beyonce and The Weeknd.
You're like, I thought we were just doing backyard wrestling, bro. We're doing this.
I'm like, we're doing this. I'm like, this. I'm not ready for this shit. I'm like, this. Like,
did you start getting nervous?
No, that's what I started thinking. Like, I started feeling like palms are sweaty, knees big, arms are heavy. I went straight into Eminem. Like, I was like, I wasn't ready at all. And then like, as times fast forward, I get in there and then I got to see Tony Khan. Shout out to Tony Khan, the founder and owner of the Jags and CEO of All Elite Wrestling. Great show, everything. Great human.
Great family, right? The whole family.
Yeah, he's
good
just
people.
Cool. Great. So I end up going up to him while I'm walking in for sound check. And Tony's there, he's like, hey man, what's up, man? He said, man, I said, thank you for having me, bro. He said, no, thank you for coming out. He said, this is gonna be fucking sick. And I'm like, I'm really fucking about to do this shit in my head.
Don't do it.
Right. I'm like, bro, I'm about to throw up. I'm like, I'm low key gonna throw up. And then I'm like, I can't throw up this early. I can't throw up before we even get started. So I'm like, all right, let me just go to the back and just sit down. So I'm sitting there. I literally sat in the same place in the green room the whole entire time before we even go out.
That's wild.
Then I put my jacket on. I didn't even watch any of the show.
Yeah,
The match.
Yeah.
I went out there for a little bit with Who Kid, watched this hardcore match. I actually saw the fight. This is exclusive too. I actually saw the fight that what's the guy that got kicked off of AEW? Not Jack. Yeah, Jack and who else? CM Punk. So CM Punk, I was right there when that fight kicked off. I was literally right in the little area where the fight kicked off, right after the Real Glass situation. I was right there. That shit fucking was insane. And Swerve was like, just get out the way, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like just step up because you don't want to be in this, like, we don't know what's going on yet. And then once we found out, I just seen Punk storm into his fucking dressing room. And then, like, it was a whole shit show. And then people didn't even realize Tony was literally right there by the monitor, you know, like the TV monitor when you watch it. He was literally right there, stood up, and I instantly knew he was fucked.
Yeah.
I instantly
They got
knew.
a real fight.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a real, I wouldn't say it was a real fight. A lot of people have their speculations. It didn't look like a real fight to me.
But it was something.
Yeah, it was just like a little like
Maybe
words
you don't know it,
exchanged, and you know,
Yeah.
and that's that. That's what I saw. But after that happened, I'm talking to Tony, and I'm like getting my shit together, and they putting the in-ears, in. I never even talked about this. This is cool talking about it right now. I'm getting ready. They putting the in-ears in. They're in house in-ears. So you know house in-ears have their issues.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. It's my first time performing at a fucking stadium, let alone. I skipped an arena. I never performed at an arena before.
You went to the stadium?
I went straight to a stadium. My first big show was at a stadium for 85,000 people. A record.
Let's go.
A world record. So he goes, yo, he comes up to me, he says, Flash, I don't wanna fuck up your process or anything, but people are running late on time. They're running over. I need you to get Swerve I need you to get him to the ring right away. I need you to get him right to the. So in my head,
So you're like, how fast do I walk?
right
Like,
now I'm
run?
freaking. No, now I'm freaking out. Now I'm freaking out because in my head, for the tryout, while we were working at like doing the sound check, in my head I'm thinking 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and Right when
now
I get
you're like, you don't know,
bro, it whacked me right out right before I gotta go on. So now they putting both in ears in, and I'm just like, what am I gonna do?
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm fucked. Like
That's it.
I'm
That's how
about
it
to.
ends.
No, I'm like, I'm about to bomb this shit. That's all I could think of. It did to double down to make it even worse. Why does what the fuck you think he went and told me? Who Kid pulls up on me and he says, yo, Flash, I ain't gonna lie. I'm a little nervous. And I'm like, how?
He's the guy that performs in front of everybody.
Right. And he's like, because you want to know the craziest shit? The last time I did this shit, me and 50 was opening for Eminem at this very venue at the Wembley. We opened up for Eminem here. Me and 50 opened up for Eminem here.
Yeah.
And that was the last time I was here. And now I'm here with you. But I don't have to perform. You do. And I was just like, thanks, buddy.
Yeah. Thanks, dickhead.
I was like, yeah, you fucked me. I was like, you definitely got me fucked up.
Do you almost think like when people do that though, it's weird. It makes you a little more nervous for a moment, but it also almost takes something off because it's like, yo, he's nervous too.
Yeah.
Like
no, but for
let's
me,
just
I
go
was
do
like,
it.
after the Tony thing telling me that I got to get him to the ring really quick.
That was it.
I was just like, fuck, man. I don't know the timing. I don't know where the TV camera's gonna be. I learned one thing from Swerve. I learned a lot of things from Swerve, but Swerve told me to always perform for TV.
Yeah.
Too. He said not only that you have a crowd, but remember, there's countries watching you at home right now. This is a world. This is a pay-per-view, and this is hard cam. As soon as you come out, the hard cam was there pulling
Right
back.
in your face.
Bro, they pulling back, and I have to sell this shit as I'm coming out the tunnel. I'm in my peripheral. I'm seeing this mega jumbotron. This ain't a jumbotron. This is a massive screen. I've never seen anything. This shit is bigger than fucking where the LA Rams play at. This is big as hell.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm seeing myself on it as I'm walking out, and I'm like, garments. Right when I said that, I'm thinking about the timing, the 1 and